What if I let you in on a little something? Okay? And sorry I don't get the big fancy screen, whatever, but let me riddle you something. What if I told you that only three teams in the NL wildcard picture actually have a positive run differential? Can you name them? Dodgers, given. Padres, okay, even though they've actually been rather cold throughout August, hidden wise. And then the Reds. Everybody else, -2, -19, -13, -97. And that -97 is the Cubs. And those teams I just mentioned after the Reds, Phillies, Cardinals, Mets, Cubs. Ouch. And if you think about it, everyone said the Chicago Cubs are garbage, but realistically, we're rooting for teams in the American League that are 9 games out of the wild card picture. Cubs are only 9 games out of the picture. And if you compare it to how other teams are, Diamondbacks, Pirates, Nats, Marlins, and Rockies, it's a lot closer than you think. We think that the Mets have a chance at 69 wins and 69 losses. Ayy. But division wise, oh yeah. The Cardinals are chasing, but I think they're going to fall short just simply because they don't have the assets. They have passion, but it's not good enough at the moment. Do they have star power? Yeah. But there's just so much that goes into the dynamic of that. You haven't heard Goldie's name as often as you should. You haven't heard Nolan Arenado's name as much as you should. You've heard about Molina, and you've heard about Wayno. You need to hear more than just those two guys. Because that combination only goes through what? Every 5 days or so? Gotta do more. It's just how it goes. Philadelphia was close, and I wasn't a fan of them going into the trade deadline. But it's okay. It really is. Because some of the assets I think they're going to keep, they'll figure a couple of things out. But just remember, the Braves every year for the last 3 or 4 years or so, they can give up 10 runs, they could score 10 runs. I can't figure them out. And then they've had an abundance of injuries that have just been oh so sad. And even with Ronald Acuna Jr. out, this is still a threat. But that division, let's see, 72, 71, and 69, that division's going to go down to the wire. It's just that simple. And a lot of Met fans are panicking, but it'll be all right. I think that we'll see some very interesting baseball. Now, if anyone's wondering about the National League West, I've said it before and I've said it many times. You are not going to. You're going to get at least 2 teams out of the West. I think it's really going to be 3. Are the Reds the real deal? Or are they just streaky? I've been trying to figure that out for myself. But I just can't believe. I mean, granted, the Padres, that August bad spell really put them back. But before that, I'm kind of thinking to myself, some of the teams at the deadline, I'm like, what the hell are you trading for? Particularly the Cardinals. Particularly the Mets, where all you did was get Rich Hill, who's 40 years old, and you got a guy who strikes out a ton that didn't fit this lineup that needed not just star power. I understand that Javi Baez is a star, but they need consistent offense, and they didn't deliver. Ouch. But if you're also to cover the Central, how do I put it bluntly? We got, let's see, today's September 7th. We got a lot of baseball left. We got the rest of September. Right now, the Brewers are at 84 and 55. The Cardinals at 69 and 67. The Reds at 73 and 66. 11 games out. And then, I'm sorry, 15 games out. Pretty soon that division's going to be clinched. That is probably going to be the first clincher for baseball playoffs, if I had to guess. The White Sox got a chance, but I mean, they only got 79 wins behind Cleveland 68. Still. But 84 wins? That's tough. Now, I'm going to cover the American League in our time, but the National League race I think is a little bit more exciting. Particularly because one win or loss could really just still be about the pitcher going out to a pinch hitter. And until we have that gone, I think the DH should be. I think it's going to be here next year. I think it's going to be, if not, it's going to be within the next 3 years, just simply because of how much money's being dumped in these guys. I mean, for real. But until then, we'll see you next time. This is AJ Torres from Calling Strikes. Take it easy.